Bamtec rolls are bars resistance welded to steel tapes at given spacing to form a mat of one layer of bars. The mats in this case will be approximately 12 metres long and 8.5 metres, 2 lanes wide. Spacing of the welded tapes is 1500. Bar spacing is 125 millimetres. The Bamtec shown here is laid upon a transverse bar that is also a chaired bar. It's craned into position, fixed at its edge, then rolled out across the transverse bars, stretched and then tied minimally together. Being already welded to the tapes, it doesn't require much tying. In the second part of this video, we're proposing to design a jig method of placing Bamtec prefabricated rolls of bars. The Bamtec rolls being manually laid here would be installed in a jig, as this sketch will show. Transverse Bamtec rolls are loaded into this magazine area into racks. As the assembly moves forward, the Bamtec unrolls and the transverse bars come up into position under the longitudinal bars and are tied up or tack welded together in the lapping and fixing area. Bamtec longitudinal rolls are lifted onto the truck-mounted platform by the self-loading truck crane from the side of the pavement. The roll is then lapped to existing longitudinals and rolled out across the width of the platform. All laps are fixed, then movement of the whole assembly can proceed. The bar chairs are then clipped onto the completed Bamtec rolls by hand or with a proposed automatic feeder.
Well, the Bamtec carpets on this project were 1.5 tonne approximately. The overall length of the carpet is 13.2 metres, which is using a 12 metre bar with a 600 staggered arrangement of the bars. The carpets were made this size on this project purely because of the design requirement, which was the 80 bars to get across the road. The Bamtec carpets were made on the Bamtec machine using our Nemetschek detailing system, which incorporates the Bamtec. It looks like it's one carpet, but it's actually 6 different carpets because there's 6 different bar spacings in there. Well, this is a really efficient way to roll out the, we'll tie the steel on the roadway because it reduces the amount of men you need on site. The planning stage obviously started with sort of the time frame of what had to be done and by when. Started off with the design of the carpet, with the requirements of the design, and then the production planning, and then all your safety requirements, and meeting the program at the end of the day. They've done about 600 metres in one day. Holy dooly, yeah. There's the money put in his pocket. Sending the guys home a day early. Yep. The task we were doing was by hand, manually. It was very hard and not very productive and not profitable. This one is the first time using Bamtec rolls. It's always used stock bar. We've adapted it to suit Bamtec rolls and it's going quite well. We've put rollers and things in. We've changed the magazine area where the transverse carpets are located. Not a great deal of adaptation. The product's good. The spacings of the bars are all nice and neat and tidy. It's a pretty good job. Nicely welded. It's quite a sound job. Well, the previous system of laying stock bar was very good.
but we had to use a lot more men. But we can get 500 metres out of stock rail, we can get 500 metres out of this with less men per day, and that's a reasonable day. This is a better product in that terms that the welding work that's done in the factory has replaced some of the time that needs to be done out in the field. Today we'll do 620 metres to finish by about 4 o'clock today, so that's about 8 hours, 8.5 hours. So that's pretty productive. Yeah, OH&S is good. There's better angles for them to work at. They can sit down and relax if they want to in between the moves, and they don't have to pick any bars up and handle them. So basically all they're doing is just tying. No manual handling at all. Well, this pavement is 10 metres wide, 2 lanes on the shoulder, 80 bars across, longitudinally, at about 123 spacing. That's that roll being undone from the cone. Roll it out, roll across. That's all coincide with each other. Then the rings come off. Screw it over the front of the semi-trailer. And pull the mat to its extremities so that it's the right width. There's 7 transverse rolls in here, each run out at 660 metres each, so that's 450 odd metres apparently. Crane brings the longitudinal roll in. Transverse rolls rest in the cradle and with rotating chains so that it can spin as the truck essentially moves forward. This is the longitudinal roll coming in and getting lapped. Tying of the laps begins straight away. The mat is pulled into position. Three-way staggered lap pattern. Assembly moves, the transverse rolls rotate.